Hey guys, well, you also welcome to My Way Tarot. This will be a general weekly reading for Virgo placements. So if you have Virgo as your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mercury, or North Node in your birth chart, this reading will be for you. Everything you need to know can be found in the description box below. So guys, we're going to get into your reading. Angels of Love and Light, could we please have clear and concise messages for Virgo placements? What do they need to know? What do they need to hear for the current energies of the upcoming week, of the 16th of June to the 22nd of June 2025. What do they need to know? What do they need to hear? Please and thank you. Okay, two more shuffles and then we'll cut up the deck and get into your reading. Okay. So, bottom of the deck, we do have the Three of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is interesting to me because I was going to say that in this week, I do believe on the 17th of June that Mars moves from Leo into your sign, Virgo. So that will be a very interesting transit, especially for you guys and also the fellow mutable signs. So, as in Gemini, Libra, Virgo, and Sagittarius. So I'm picking up on that as well. So you may even have Mars in Virgo as well, potentially. But what is coming through for you is the sense that with this particular transit, you're going to feel a lot more kind of uplifted, is what I want to say. Like there's going to be more of this get up and go, like really charging for it in regards to certain goals or aspirations or dreams or desires that you have. Like I feel that there's a sense of, do you know what, whatever comes my way, I know that I'm going to be able to handle this. I feel like you're ready to create some sort of change in your life. And I'm hearing that change is very much coming through in a big, big way. Like your ships could be coming in. You're getting ready to expand your horizons in some way. But I want to dive on deeper in regards to this. What's going on for Virgo? And then 333 just come up on the timer, so you definitely may be seeing of those numbers. What's going on for Virgo? Oh, that wanted to come through. The Tower, Aries, Scorpio energy. What's going on here, please? Wow, the World. Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius is significant as well. Yeah, there's a Tower moment where your whole world is going to be changing. But I'm hearing it's actually very positive. Okay. With the Five of Cups. So there may have been many disappointments in the past with certain things, but I feel like you have tried to kind of not necessarily cry over spilt milk here or grieve or be in too much of the sadness as to how certain things may have, you know, I'm hearing fallen apart in the past, because there's still this energy of like hope and optimism that if something didn't necessarily work out before, it wasn't because it was denied and it wasn't meant to work out for you. It could have been just that the timing wasn't right before, but the timing is getting right now with the Queen of Wands. So this is somebody that is very intuitive here. So I feel like you're very intuitive, yet very tapped in with the King of Cups and the Queen of Wands. So fire and water is coming through. The Sun. I mean, this is the most positive, happiest card in the deck, guys. Leo energy. So even though that there has been that potential upset in the past, as I say that with the Three of Swords, feeling a bit heartbroken, that there was the sense of destruction in certain things, you're still coming out on top anyway. And I'm hearing better than what would have been if there was a sense of continuation to do with whatever this was, because it may have not been built on a solid foundation with whatever it was that you were trying to previously create or bring in for yourself. It's the sense of something coming through before it's ready, or even on some level before you were even ready for this to fully take off in some sort of way, if that may resonate as well. So I'm picking up that there's been delays, but not denial of certain blessings coming through for you, right? But the devil coming in, Capricorn energy, it's like your ego may have been very much at the forefront telling you, look, you're not worthy and deserving of this. You're not meant to be receiving a certain blessings, and like the devil on your shoulder, right? You know, getting you into position and place of having those negative thoughts and kind of spiraling here. But I feel like you have kind of rewired, I want to say, your mindset. So affirmations may be important here. Yeah, I mean, Seven of Swords. I mean, this is an energy of like lying to oneself, right? Kind of believing the ego and telling you that you hadn't done enough, or that something wasn't I'm getting like a bit of a perfectionist tendency here. So maybe you're like, oh, well, there was some sort of flaw to do with what it was that I was previously creating. That's most likely why that it didn't work out. Or, you know, I didn't dedicate enough time to this, or I didn't prioritize this enough, or what, all the reasons, right? But it was never anything to do with personally against you, of you doing of anything wrong, right? But look, with that devil and the Seven of Swords wanting to come through for you, like, this is clearly, there's been some sort of, I'm hearing like tendencies from the past in regards to certain traumas that you went through had been coming up or triggering and coming through to the surface. And then it's a sense of having to address those and heal. And that's been maybe a bit challenging. Yeah, that's the truth with the Ace of Swords for some of you. Okay. Gosh. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, you were kind of questioning, did I do enough? Am I good enough? Am I worthy enough? And you know already to be the case that you are more worthy and more deserving than you give yourself credit for, is what I'm getting. And not to be too hard on yourself. I'm hearing the patience and the consideration and compassion and empathy that you share to others. It's important to kind of give that to yourself. Okay, it's like if your best friend, for instance, or a loved one was coming through and you know they were having a really difficult time and something may have not necessarily worked out in the way that they were hoping for, like you would be that supportive person, you would be that shoulder to cry on, you would be there as a solid friend, right? And you would be only but kind and considerate to this particular person. So it's important to make sure that you're doing that with yourself, okay? First and foremost. Wow, yeah, exactly. King of Cups. I mean, this is somebody that's very warm, very compassionate, filled with empathy, right? I'm hearing you wouldn't talk to your best friend like the way that you talk to yourself. So why do you think and feel like it's okay to talk to yourself in that way or treat yourself in that way? Just because there may have been something that didn't necessarily idealistically work out in the way that you were hoping for it to in the past. Okay. I just want to get a little bit more about this Tower in the World. 1010 just come up on the timer. I'm hearing it's not about perfection, it's about progress. And even if it's like very slow and steady progress, it's still progress. There's no need to rush of anything or to be racing to get ahead. I'm hearing you'll have your time in the sun, right? You'll be having that come up. You'll have that recognition. You'll be receiving those accolades for what it is that you're wanting to accumulate for yourself in one way or another. Yeah, that's the truth. Again, Ace of Swords. Okay. So I just want to find out a little bit more of what's going on here for Virgo. Anything else to add, please, and thank you. Queen of Wands, the Empress, Taurus Libra energy, and we are dealing with Taurus in Venus as of right now, or Venus in Taurus. I know that sounds a bit better, but also, guys, I'm reading energy rather than gender or sex, as you guys know. And look at that, we have the Chariot flying out, Cancer's energy, and the Knight of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. There's you with the Six of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. Look at all this money, this wish fulfillment being made here to do with your financial security. I feel like you may have felt a bit of pressure, a bit of tension surrounding your business or your career or your finances. And this has been taking its toll. So maybe you've been a bit too hard on yourself in regards to those particular areas, or even I'm picking up on something to do with your health as well, right? So maybe it's like you started a new gym routine, or you started cooking more meals for yourself, or you started to jot down or write down what it was that you're eating and drinking, or I don't know why I got heard like calorie counting, or making sure that you know how many steps you're doing a day, getting something health related. So maybe some of you have been feeling a bit down because of the fact that like everything else had been pressing on top of you, and there's been all this predominant focus in these other areas where you may have felt that there was some sort of lack or scarcity to do with these things. And so therefore there may have been not necessarily like full on neglect to do with yourself and your health, but I feel like you may have not been as on it. So there could be something that you're recognizing in this week whereby there needs to be a balance here. There needs to be the sense of an overhaul or a reset. And I'm hearing not to be too harsh or critical on yourself in regards to recognizing, that there is this sense of feeling of needing or wanting a reset. Okay. So I feel like it's important to kind of not necessarily make comparisons about either you with others or to you and a previous version of you. I'm hearing comparison as the thief of joy. So it's important here, guys, if you are only just comparing with yourself, and then that's fine, that's fair enough. We all want to partake now and again in regards to our self-development, right? Our personal development, especially in regards to ourselves. Okay. And there always seems to be the sense of extra kind of pressure to a certain degree in regards to the summer months. I'm hearing like that summer body, or beach body, or whatever it is. Obviously it depends where you are in the world, right? So you may be kind of looking back and thinking to yourself, oh well, there was a picture of me from my teenage years, or when I was a young adult, or even from a few years ago, and you're kind of a little bit like, oh gosh, like the pictures of me on social media or what I had in the family album are so different to how I currently look as of right now. But then it's a sense of, yes, you may potentially look different and not feel like you're in your best body yet, is what I'm getting. But look at everything else that you have kind of accomplished here in other areas of your life where you may have not necessarily had that before. I mean, we only get so many hours in a day, right? And life definitely throws a few curveballs at us, so we can't necessarily be absolutely 100% like picture perfect on absolutely everything. It's just not possible. I mean, we're humans at the end of the day. Even though we're spiritual beings having of a human experience, we're not robots, we're not AI. Okay, we are human. And, even those that are in the spotlight or famous or celebrities or A-listers, they have a team of people around them. They have the money for the resources or whatever it is that they need in order to invest in certain things to be able to look the way that they do, and be in that particular, you know that health state that they're in and what have you. So I just feel like it's really important here to be not so hard on yourself, and know that Rome wasn't built in a day, and that even though that these people, um especially those that are famous and those that are very rich and well established, around the world, right, with whatever they've got going on, they still have their problems the same as everybody else does, right? They still have issues that they're personally dealing with, right, in other avenues of your life, their life, that they don't share out there or put it out there to everyone else, but they struggle with certain things internally. And so it's important not to kind of look at these particular types of individuals and think that they have it all made for them, right? They have it all going on and everything's great and rosy and all of that, because I'm hearing that's couldn't be further from the truth. you know it couldn't be further from the truth. They go through their own sense of heartbreak and suffering, just as much as we do here as well, like, the non-celebrity folk, if you get what I mean, right? I don't know why I went on like such a tangent to do with that particular topic. So I'm picking up on an energy here that is something to do with either social media or looking at certain magazines or certain videos here, and then kind of like having that sense of comparison in regards to yourself and others. Or even if it's a sense of like there's somebody that isn't famous, and it's like, oh well, I'm hearing like somebody being like, oh well, they've got to this age, or they're 25 or they're 21 and they already have this, that and the third, and I am such and such an age and I don't have this, that and the third, so does that mean that I'm failing at life? No, it doesn't mean that whatsoever. Not at all. We all have our own personal journeys that we go through in our lives, okay, and our paths are our paths, and they're unique and individual, to everyone, right, to themselves. So it's really important to kind of look into that a little bit. Interesting. Guys, sorry if I kind of was on my high horse a little bit, but I don't know, I just felt all these messages that were coming through. So this obviously, must resonate for somebody, even if it is only one person, right? But we have Leo, Cancer, Taurus, Libra, Scorpio, Aquarius, Aries, Sagittarius, Virgo, Capricorn, Cancer, Pisces coming through, pretty much all the signs. But 919, 777, 333, 33, 555 may be very significant. But that's all the messages I'm picking up on for you today. But I hope that there have been some messages, a few messages, if not the whole reading, that potentially resonated. If you have enjoyed this reading and you wish to support myself and the channel, there are donation links available. There is a PayPal link in the description box below, and the other option is Super Thanks, which is listed underneath this video. So thank you so much to those of you who have already donated. I greatly appreciate you. Even if you don't financially donate, a wonderful way to energetically donate is to like, share, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll get back to you guys in those comments when I can. So thank you so much. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get an alert as to when I post another video for you or make an update on the community board. But please feel free to check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mercury and North Node placements in the other zodiac sign readings that I provide on a weekly basis to gain further insight for your messages. But sending love and light your way, many blessings, please take care, and I'll see you and speak to you soon. Thank you. Bye guys.